our summer series takes us to southern Europe. In an ancient venue in Greece, the theater festival in Epidaurus is underway.
On the way from Athens to Epidaurus, a venue at Greece's Hellenic Festival. In 2007, there was a shuttle bus for journalists. That's now a thing of the past. This time, I drive myself and take my time. It takes me 3 hours to get to Epidaurus. There's not much happening in my hotel. Its owner complains that Germans are staying away. But festival visitors and performers, who usually come during the summer, are also lacking.
It's less people, and the actors is less from the last year. All is less this year.
I'm interested to see how many people come to the theatre at all. Last year, many performances were sold out weeks in advance. Now, hardly any evenings are sold out. That may also be because there aren't many big names involved. But the large amphitheatre at Epidaurus still seems to work its magic. It's the perfect venue for ancient Greek tragedies and comedies. This year, the comedies predominate. I don't have a cushion, but at least I've read the piece in advance. The ECCLESIAZUSAE by Aristophanes. The women of Athens have fooled the men into letting them take over the government, promising that everything will be different. No more corruption, no private property, and the right to free love. Like communism, only better. The men are basically poor saps. And the humour is a bit crude. Too crude for my taste, though the audience members around me seem to be enjoying it. They're certainly laughing a lot. Of course, all the noble intentions and the rule of women come to nothing. The utopia fails, and in the end, everything remains the same. A bit like present-day Greece. Laughter to help through a crisis. The audience is ecstatic, the applause thundering, even though the theatre is anything but sold out. Director Vangelis Theodoropoulos used no scenery, partly because of the cost. He had no budget for the play. All the money comes from ticket sales.
In times of crisis, people sorely need the arts. The countries we owe money to, which are putting pressure on us, should remember that, not just think like financial experts.
Epidaurus' smaller theatre is 10 kilometers away. During the festival, it shows mainly experimental pieces. This weekend, documentary theatre is on the bill. Two Athenian directors have developed a piece about the Epidaurus festival. It's a cooperative work. Actors and local residents tell their own personal stories. But it wasn't always easy to get residents to participate.
There was a certain distance. We talked with more than 100 people, but when the question came up, do you want to do this, there was always this distance. No, what will people say? And no, I can't put what I want into words. And you don't need me, and it would hurt the performance.
Katerina Karvouniari has the confidence to go on stage. She's 27 and president of the local hotel association. In the theatre, she also talks about the problems Epidaurus has. Epidaurus depends mainly on festival tourism. Visitors 3 months of the year, usually on weekends. As a hotel owner, Katerina Karvouniari thinks that's clearly insufficient. She studied tourism and has lots of ideas on how to attract other target groups. She thinks the region could market itself better if all the hotel owners worked together. But she says they're hard to convince.
The mentality of the people, they are older than me, they are the owners of the hotels or the restaurants, you know, and they cannot understand that the world is changing. We are stuck in the past.
The play also deals with the past. It depicts the glorious times when people like Aristotle and Azas were in the audience and stars like Maria Callas on the stage. But it also tells of a myth that had its basis in the fascist Greece of the 1930s. Back then, Epidaurus was suddenly declared to be the cradle of ancient Greek theatre.
We have no evidence whatsoever that in classical antiquity dramas were performed in the large theatre at Epidaurus. There's nothing, no inscription, nothing.
It seems the time of national myths is over. But people are still coming to the Epidaurus festival despite the crisis. On the other hand, opening night parties are pay-as-you-go.